You're just a tiny, helpless tadpole, floating in a pool of water so small that a single dry day could end your entire existence. Just a tiny, squirming body that other creatures see as an easy snack. Your only hope of survival is your mother. She actually takes care of you, which is a good thing because without her, you wouldn't last a day. You see, she doesn't just leave you in some safe pond with plenty of food, but she carries you one at a time on her back and drops you off in random water-filled holes in trees or plants. Now you have no siblings around you, no safety in numbers, just you, alone, in a tiny pool of water that could dry up at any moment. There's no food, not a single thing to eat, unless your mom decides to feed you. And what does she feed you? Your own siblings. Yeah, you heard that right. Every few days, your mother comes back, not with normal food, but with an egg. One of her own, one that could have become your brother or sister. And if you don't eat it, you will die. Days pass, then weeks. All you do is wait. Wait for your mother to return with food. Wait for your tiny, fragile body to grow. More time passes. Your front limbs form. Your tail starts shrinking. Your mouth reshapes. Your body hardens. And then one day, you take your first real breath. You're no longer a tadpole. You're a frog. Everything is trying to eat you. This is the most dangerous time of your life. You're small, barely the size of a fingernail. You can't jump very far. Your legs are still weak. You're not even poisonous yet. Right now, you're just another tiny frog in a jungle full of predators. And guess what? They love eating frogs like you. Spiders, snakes, birds, even other frogs. Everywhere you turn, something bigger, faster, and stronger is watching you. Your only defense: run, hide, hope they don't see you. One day, you're perched on a damp leaf, minding your own business. Then you hear it. A slow, slithering movement, a snake. But not just any snake, a ground snake. They haven't learned not to mess with frogs like you. Before you can move, it strikes. Its jaws snap around your body, and for a split second, you panic. But then, you feel it. A twitch, a spasm. The snake's muscles lock up. Your poison is working. The snake's jaws go slack. Its body convulses. And just like that, you drop to the ground. You watch as it rise, gasping, its nervous system completely overloaded. Another day, you wake up to the feeling of tiny legs crawling on your skin. That's never a good sign. You look down. Fire ants, dozens of them. At first, they hesitate. Your skin smells wrong. But hunger makes animals do stupid things. One bites down. Instantly, it dies. The others hesitate again. Then they swarm. You splash into a puddle, washing off the few ants still clinging to your body. You survived barely. Tomorrow, they'll still be here. And so will the thousands of others in their colony. The jungle doesn't care how toxic you are. It just keeps throwing new nightmares at you. You see, poison dart frogs are famous for one thing. They're deadly toxins. They can kill predators just by being touched. But here's something no one tells you. You weren't born poisonous. So how do you become the walking death trap that poison dart frogs are supposed to be? By eating poison yourself. Yeah, it's weird, but it's the only way. You have to find the right food, certain ants, mites, and tiny insects that carry powerful toxins in their bodies. If you eat them, your body absorbs the poison and stores it in your skin. Over time, you build up enough toxins to become deadly. Now, if a predator bites you, they die. Snakes, dead. Birds, dead. Spiders, dead. Even touching you could be a death sentence for some creatures. There's one predator that doesn't care, and it's the most dangerous creature in the entire jungle. Humans. They don't want to eat you. They don't want to run from you. They want to catch you. Why? Because you're too beautiful for your own good. Your bright colors that warn predators to stay away. To humans, they're fascinating. And your poison? They don't fear it. In fact, some of them want it. They steal you from the jungle. They scoop you up, shove you into tiny containers, and ship you across the world. Suddenly, you're not in the rainforest anymore. You're in a glass tank. No predators, no jungle, no freedom. Indigenous tribes in South America have used poison dart frogs for centuries. They carefully extract your toxins and coat their blowgun darts with them. One hit from a poison dart can drop a monkey from a tree in seconds. They use your poison as a weapon and hunting. Remember, your poison comes from what you eat. In captivity, you don't get the special ants and mites that make you toxic. So guess what? You lose your poison. Slowly, your deadly skin becomes harmless. You're just a tiny defenseless frog stuck in a cage for the rest of your life. If you're lucky, someone takes care of you. If you're unlucky, you're forgotten, left in a pet store. And even if you somehow avoid humans, there's something else coming for you, something even more unstoppable: the destruction of your home. Every day your world gets smaller, the trees are vanishing, the rivers are drying up, and the jungle isn't safe anymore. At first you don't notice, you're just a frog. You live at the bottom of the food chain, minding your own business. But then, the sounds of the forest start to shift. Birds that used to call from the treetops are gone. The steady hum of insects is fading, and instead of the usual rustling of leaves, there's something worse, a deep mechanical growl. Then, the ground shakes. Trees collapse, and suddenly, your home is gone. The jungle you were born in is being chopped down. Humans are tearing through the rainforest, clearing entire sections for farmland, roads, and cities. They don't care about the animals that live here. They don't care about you. And without the jungle, you have nowhere to go. The puddles where you once laid your eggs, gone. The plants that used to hide you from predators, gone. The special insects you need to eat to stay poisonous, gone. Every direction you turn, the rainforest is disappearing. And what's left behind? Dry, open land, scorched earth, concrete roads. You see other animals fleeing too. Monkeys leap from trees that aren't there anymore. Snakes slither across land that used to be shaded but is now burning hot. Even predators that once hunted you are struggling to survive. Now, you have a new problem. Your own body is working against you. Because here's the thing, you were never meant to live outside the rainforest. Your bright colors were supposed to be a warning. But now, without the jungle's dense cover, you stand out even more. In an open, broken landscape, you're easier to spot. And that means predators that would have ignored you before are starting to take their chances. Snakes are hungrier than ever. Some are so desperate that they don't care if you're toxic. Birds that once had plenty of other food are now watching you closely. They hover above, waiting for the moment you make a mistake. They try to eat you anyway, and while they might die afterwards, that doesn't help you, because at that time, you would not be alive. You've escaped predators, you've avoided hunters, you've found enough food to stay poisonous, but none of that matters, because now you're up against an enemy you can't see, hear, or fight. A fungus. Humans are the reason it's spreading. They carry it on their boots, clothes, and equipment, and in their shipments of animals across the world. And once it arrives in a new place, it never leaves. Even if you avoided every other danger, deforestation, predators, hunters, this one tiny fungus could still kill you. This is chytrid fungus, and for frogs like you, it's a death sentence, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. At first, it's nothing, a tiny invisible spore floating in the air, drifting through the jungle. But once it lands on your skin, it starts growing, it digs in, spreading across your body. You don't feel it at first, but soon, something changes. Your skin, it's not absorbing water like it should. Your legs, they feel heavier. Your movements, they're getting slower. And then, it gets worse. You can't breathe properly, your muscles lock up. And one day, your body just stops working. But now you rest. It's the end of your life. Life as a poisonous dart frog is tough, but there's another animal that has it even worse. Trust me. It's wild. Check out the video and see for yourself.